Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And today I'm participating in a collab hosted by Nina from Everyday Blessings, and we're talking about the good and the beautiful. She's came up with some questions that she would like for all of us to answer if we've used the curriculum or if we're using it now. And so I'm going to share my thoughts by answering her questions. Now, if you know anything about my channel, you know what we use for our core curriculum, and that isn't going to change. But the one thing about our homeschool is it's pretty relaxed. So I do pull in a lot of different things if I need to. Or if I see that there's a need or something like that, I will pull something else in. And because we're hitting middle school next year, I do want my son to have some choices for electives. And so one of the things that I think is a skill that everyone needs to have is to know how to use the computer and how to type. So if that gives away what we're going to talk about, sorry, but that's what we're using next year. So let's get into these questions about the good and the beautiful. So I am going to look down because my questions are here. So the first question is, what made you decide to use the good and the beautiful? Well, I'd heard really good stuff about it when I first started homeschooling. I follow Grace and Grit, and I know she uses it, and I heard really good things about it, and she has shared the product that we're going to use multiple times for her kids. So I have heard good things about it, and we used it our first year, and while I loved it, it didn't work well for my son, the language arts portion, and we did the science, but it just did not work well for him. And if you know anything about me, I'm all about finding what works for my son and to make him successful and for him to love learning. So if he's not real happy with it, then I'm going to change it. So I did hear good things, and that's why I started using the good and the beautiful. Number 2, do you teach multiple children in multiple levels? No, because I have an only child. I do have a friend from our co-op that uses that for multiple children in multiple levels, but I can't answer that because I only have one son. So, number 3 is, what pieces do you use from the good and the beautiful? So, like I said, we do not use it as our core. We tried that, it didn't work. What we are using is typing. I'm so super excited about this. I think that everyone needs to know how to use a computer, how to open a word processor, type up a document, change fonts, know how to save it, all of that. You need to know how to do that. That's just a skill everyone needs to know. So I was so excited that they have this. We have tried, I think it's called typingclub.com. It's free and there's nothing wrong with it. It kind of reminds me of when I was in school, and I may be giving away my age a little bit, but we took keyboarding on typewriters. And that's how I learned to type, and the whole point was to be fast and to see how many words per minute. And that's not really what I want for my son. I just want him to know how to type up a paper. You know, if that's the way he wants to present his work, then I want him to know how to do it. And Typing Club didn't really do that for me. It also stressed him out really bad because the timer kept rolling, and if you made a mistake, it turned it red, and that's not what learning is about. So that's why I picked up Typing 1. And my plan is for every year of middle school to complete each level. I believe there's 3 of them, and my plan is to use them as an elective for each year of middle school. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. So this is what we're using. This is the piece that I picked. The 4th question says, what's your favorite subject from the good and the beautiful? And like I said, I thought their language arts was pretty solid, but it didn't work for my son. So as I've been looking through this, I think this is my favorite. I really like how they have it set up. It has them doing little exercises and checking off the clouds. And there was something I saw that, like, you type this line and then you stand up and sit down in your chair 3 times. Well, that's perfect for my son who would get really bored sitting there for so long. And I also liked this one there, to look at the 2 pretty pictures, pick the one that's their favorite. So if he picked this one, this is what he would type. So he wouldn't be typing all of it. I just like that approach. And you put a sticker when you're finished. So I think so far this is going to be my favorite thing to use in our house because I think it's going to be helpful and useful for my son, and I think he's really going to like it. Number 5 says, if you could only recommend one item from the Good and the Beautiful to a new homeschooling parent, what would it be? If I was brand new to homeschooling, which wasn't that long ago, and I really didn't know what all was out there, but if you've watched any of my How to Homeschool, I tell you to look for free curriculum when you're starting out. And if you don't know much about the Good and the Beautiful, they do offer levels 1 to 5 for completely free, guys, completely free, of their language arts. That is an excellent way to try something out and see if it works for you. So that's what I would say. If you are new to homeschool and you don't want to spend a lot of money, definitely use their free downloads. They also, if you'll follow their Facebook page and their Instagram, they will occasionally have a free science unit. So I know I got marine biology, and I think I got kingdoms and classifications one year. And then just recently, they gave away, you could have the PDF download of the nature notebook. So if you really are brand new and you do not want to spend money and not know if it's going to work or not, definitely access their free things. So that's what I would tell you. Access those free things that they offer, because that could really be a blessing to you. So I just want to say thank you so much to Nina at Everyday Blessings for hosting this collab and letting me show what part of the Good and the Beautiful I do use in my house, or I plan on using, which is the typing. Make sure you check out the playlist of the other mamas, and thanks so much for watching.